What's up with you guys? Welcome back to the PSN Commands Network. It's your boy Tonka Tech. Back with a video. If I get to a word of God, for God's right now, God's open the doors of people, all those people in the Lord's name, pray amen. Today's video, we're here about the Washington Commanders, and today, before we get too far into it, I do apologize if I'm forcing this on you guys, but I just want to kind of just I want to get closer to sharing my faith with people, and just really want to just show my love for the Lord, man. I just want to show my love for the Lord, man. That's it. And hope you guys understand. I just want to share this with you guys. Okay, so this is in First Timothy chapter 4, verse 16. It says that watch your life and doctrine closely, persevere in them, because if you do, you will save both yourself and your hearers. That's just saying that make sure that our lives coincide with the Bible as close as we can. I know we make mistakes. We might curse. We might get angry with someone. You might spaz on someone. You might tweak on somebody. But just repent those sins and just try to be better and make it a lesson. If that makes sense. Because when you do that and you meditate on things and you read your word of the Lord and you tell people the good news of the Lord, you're saving not just yourself but people around you, and you're saving souls. That's what it means. But let's get right to today's video. I don't mean to ramble too much. If you want to skip to that, you can skip to the 138 mark of the video if you want to get right to the video. So today we're going to talk about the final scenario that we had on this quarterback carousel of scenarios that I did put in my community tab. I want to shout out to all of you guys that did vote on the community tab. I very appreciate it. And much love to all of you guys. I'm very grateful for all of you guys who are subscribed to this channel. And I'm just grateful, man. Thank you guys. I very appreciate it. So today's scenario we're going to talk about is the trading for Justin Fields in a trade back from 2 to 9 with the Bears. You guys already know the Bears do hold the number 1 pick in the 2024 NFL draft, but also they do hold a second first-round pick, which is the 9th pick in said 2024 NFL draft. This is a scenario where we do move from 2 to 9, but do acquire a quarterback in Justin Fields that is currently on a rookie contract with a 5th-year option that should be picked up by May 1st. So the Bears have until May 1st to pick up said 5th-year option, or to trade him before said May 1st deadline. And that new team that does acquire Justin Fields does have until May 1st to pick up the 5th-year option. If he's traded before said draft, you have a little bit more time. If you trade it on draft night, you have about a week, which you're probably making that decision before you make the trade anyway. So you're going to pick up the 5th-year option. So, which I think is like $23.3 million, something like that. It's not super expensive, but it's not rookie deal cheap either. So it's kind of a little steep. For 2 years of Justin, you pay him $6 million this year. You pay him $23 million next year. So total $29 million, which should average about 14.5 per, which is not terrible for an NFL starter. It's actually pretty good. Honestly, when you look at its totality of the last year of the actual rookie contract, and also with the 5th-year option added to it. So it's not terrible money, honestly speaking. That's spending a ton of money. You're probably giving him a 3rd-round pick. I've heard teams offering 2s for Justin, but it seemed like his trade market has kind of died down a little bit. I think that's because we were trying to wait and see what happens with Kirk. By the way, this is on a Sunday when I'm recording all these videos, so keep that in mind. Free agency is a very, very fluid thing, and any of these things can happen. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just bringing out these scenarios now, so you guys will see what happens. I believe that Kirk will go somewhere else. I don't think he's staying with the Minnesota Vikings. So we want to see where Kirk and Baker goes before you trade for Fields. So, for example, if Kirk and Baker both go back to their original teams, now these other teams that wanted Kirk Cousins need a quarterback, such as the Atlanta Falcons, which will drive up the draft compensation for Justin Fields a little bit more. So, I would equate right now Justin Fields' trade value at a 3rd-round pick. So if you're trading down and you're acquiring Fields, first of all, the swap is a thing, right? So you're swapping 1st-round picks. I believe that you will get a 1st next year because you're dropping 7 spots in the draft. We're going for 1 spot. You might get a first round pick if it's from 2 to 1 or something like that. But normally you don't get a first round pick for jumping up 1 spot. Or going down 1 spot. You don't usually get that. So usually you might get a third, a fourth, or you might even get a second sometimes. But normally it's 2/3 and something else, or it's just a second, something like that. So I equate Justin Fields' value at a 3rd round pick, which means I'm essentially getting a 3rd round player in my eyes right now. So Justin Fields, you're doing a swap. You're gonna get a future 1st round pick out of it, and I think you will get this year's 3rd rounder. That's not a lot, but if Justin Fields is your franchise quarterback, that's the key here. Justin Fields is the key to this trade. So you're getting Justin, the swap. So you're getting a nice pick for the 2nd pick. For the 2nd pick, you're getting a nice pick in the draft, which is the swap. You're getting a 2025 1st round pick. You're getting a 3rd round pick in the 2024 NFL draft, and you're acquiring Justin Fields. So that kind of ends that. So now you have Justin Fields, which is an interesting player now. Justin Fields is intriguing. I think he can improve as a passer. If he does, with his running ability, he's scary. Very, very scary. But he has to improve on his passing by just making the routine throws. Like a simple shallow cross. He has to work on these things and be a better passer. Those are the things that are going to irk GMs and also potential suitors for Justin Fields' services. He has to work on that. But that's not here nor there. We're just talking about the scenario here. It can make sense for the Commanders because if they don't like any of these quarterbacks, they don't like none of them. They interview with all of them and say, I don't like none of these guys. Right? I don't like none of these guys. I got a guy I want, he's going 1. So I don't want none of these dudes. I don't want Jaden. I don't want Drake. I don't want JJ McCarthy. I don't want none of these guys. Screw it. I'm out of here. I gotta get out of this daggone pick. I gotta get the hell out of here. The Bears say, hey, I want Marvin Harrison Jr. to team up with my new quarterback. Bring your behind up here and come give me some draft picks and give me Justin Fields while you're at it. Sure. Handshake. Swap. The Bears get the number 2 pick in the draft. The Washington Commanders acquire the 9th pick, a 2025 1st rounder, a 3rd rounder, and Justin Fields in exchange. We're all happy. Camp is no campfire. The Bears have their new wide receiver quarterback duo in Marvin Harrison Jr. and Caleb Williams, along with DJ Moore, and we're all happy. We're all freaking happy, right? Well, they can just sit at 9 and take Joe Alt or whatever they want to take at 9. Maybe Brock Bowers might be there at 9, maybe as well. But I do think it'll be an offensive weapon for the Bears if they do acquire Caleb Williams. Or if they stick with Fields. I think they're going to go very offensively laden. Their defense is already good enough. Even with the loss of Eddie Jackson, I still think their defense is good enough. They have Jalen Johnson. They acquire Montez Sweat. They're both dogs. They have the 2 linebackers of TJ Edwards and Tremaine Edmonds. Tremaine Edmonds. Edmonds. They just have so many players. I like Jaquan Brisker. He have a lot of defensive players I like. They can use another edge rusher to team up with Montez. So that's something they probably want to acquire in free agency. They still have some money after they paid Jalen Johnson because they can structure the contract to where the first year isn't too crazy when it comes to the cap hit. They can pay that up for a signing bonus with their owner's money, so keep that in mind as well. So just to say this, the Bears will be just fine if they did this trade, and the Commanders will be in a really good spot as well. I think it's a win-win for both teams, and I think both teams would prosper from said trade. So what are your thoughts on it? If you're a Bears fan, do you like this? Do you like the fact that you'll be able to acquire a Caleb Williams and a Marvin Harrison Jr. in the same draft? Very similar to how the Houston Texans did with acquiring C.J. Stroud and then trading for Will Anderson Jr. right afterwards with the next pick in the 2023 NFL draft. So what are your thoughts on this one if you're a Bears fan too? Bears fans, please talk in the comment section. Don't hesitate to talk to me, bro. I'm very friendly. I'm very cool. I'm not going to come at you sideways. I'm just giving my opinion here. I think it's a good move for both teams, even for the Commanders. Commanders fans, you like Justin Fields. To me, I like Justin. I don't love him. I like him. I think he's a solid NFL quarterback. I think he has to work on the routine throws, get better at that. And I think he could really, really be a good NFL starter. But you're going to year 4, time is running out on Justin, man. Justin's got to really have to prove himself very, very, very soon. I mean, as a talent, we know Justin Fields is talented, right? That's not what I mean by prove himself. Prove himself as an NFL passer. Can you consistently stay in his pocket and dice teams up? That's what Justin Fields has to prove if he wants a contract extension that's worth some real money. He's going to have to prove he can dice teams up from the pocket as well as use his athleticism as his legs as an extension of his arm. He has to do that. That's the number one question mark with Justin Fields. Can he sit there and dice teams up if he needs to? If they say, bro, I'm going to confine you to this pocket, you can't run, I'm not letting you run, we're going to must rush, we're going to stay in our pass lane discipline, and you're not getting out of here. You're not getting out of here. You're staying right here, and you're going to throw this daggone football. I'm about to say the B word. You're about to throw this daggone football. You're going to throw this. You need to throw this mother. I'm bleeping myself. I'm trying to say the words. You need to throw this thing. Throw it. I bet you can't. And Justin needs to dice them teams up. That's the missing element of his game. If he can do that, the talent in Justin Fields is immense. Kid can play. Bro can play. Sure. But the number one thing he got to prove, he can dice teams up from the pocket. And that's what's scaring me. That's why I wouldn't make this trade. But it does make sense. If you like Justin Fields, this makes sense. All 5 of these scenarios make sense in a certain aspect. I think the best scenario is to just take a quarterback at 2 and move on with your life. But trading for Caleb Williams, if you can, trading up for him, not a bad idea either. Picking up Kirk, not a bad idea either. And getting trading down, getting J.J. McCarthy, I think this is the most realistic trade down scenario for Washington if you get out the top 3. You're still in the top 10. You're still going to get an elite prospect. And you do have a quarterback you can work with and nurture in Justin Fields. And I don't think, unlike Sam Howell, who I think might be damaged goods, I like Sam. I think Justin Fields isn't damaged goods. I think you can work with him and elevate his game. And Cliff can do that. So, that's my quick thoughts on it. Like, comment, subscribe. Y'all be easy, be safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you on the next one. Have a wonderful weekend if you're watching this on the Friday that I'm dropping this video. And be easy, man. Peace.